What's up, people? Welcome and good night. Welcome to the Football Fan Show. Thanks for clicking on my video. It's pretty much an exciting evening before the first match of the season, Manchester United versus Leeds. Thanks for clicking on my channel. Please give a like or a subscribe or a share. Leave a comment. Tonight we're talking about what do you think the score is going to be? Who's going to be the winner of this match? Um, it's going to be a tight one. I'm not really too. I haven't seen a lot of Leeds playing. I'll start off with Leeds. I know they drew with Villarreal. As a team that Manchester United lost the Europa League final to one. They went 1-1. They drew 2-2. It's preseason. The first match of last season when United met Leeds, they kind of played into United's hands. It was a 6-2 defeat. It was a great match for Manchester United, not for Leeds. They kind of went all out, pressing on the heavy metal, all out attack. So with a high back line, didn't really play into, pretty much played into Manchester United's hands. Didn't favor Leeds at all. The next match they played was a bit more. It was a 0-all draw. So Bielsa certainly learned some lessons and counteracted that. So it'll be interesting to see how they start this game. I don't know. It won't be such a big change because apparently, well, Varane is still in curfew. He hasn't even completed his transfer as yet in terms of medical and some paperwork. So he's still in isolation from coming over. Cavani is in isolation. Ahmad and Bailly are also in isolation. So it might be looking like a familiar squad. None of the new people might be in there. No, Sancho might be starting from the bench. Yeah, okay, and then there's Martial, no Rashford. So actually, Manchester United aren't really coming in with such a strong squad. I think Fred and McTominay are back. Bruno is there. Pogba is there. So it'll be a very interesting match. A very interesting match. But I'm gonna be the optimist and say I'm expecting a 3-0 victory for Manchester United in this game. I just think we're going to hit the ground running. I think especially I think some players I think will be extra up for it. I think players like Pogba would be in that he's coming to the end of his contract this season. I think he started last season. And he was kind of showing what he putting himself in the shop window and showing all his bag of tricks and how great a player he is. So I'm thinking this is going to be a big season for Paul Pogba. I think he's going to come out guns blazing, showing all his quality because at the end of this season he's a free agent and they got clubs looking. There's Real Madrid. He's a move he's wanted for a long time. I don't know if you want that move now that Zidane is not there. But he's definitely, I think, I'm expecting him to put himself in the shop window and really give us some great performances. Bruno, as usual, this is the start of the season and he's fresh, so I think you'll be expecting some great things from him. The back line, the back line is pretty good, even without Varane. Varane would just pretty much make it a super back line. I think good one, a really good partnership. But Lindelof is there and Maguire is there, Wan-Bissaka. Lots of Dan James is in the mix. Lingard is there as well. Martial. I think and Greenwood, obviously. So there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent there. The weakest part to me would be in the middle of the park with the two holding midfielders, but I don't think that would be such a big problem against Leeds. I think I don't really see Leeds being a team that is going to be controlling like position. You have to win the midfield battle that much. I think we have the advantage in terms of that. I think it may be a match where United maybe just soak up Leeds attack and hit them on the counter. We definitely have the players like Lingard, Dan James, and players like that to do that. So even Greenwood and definitely Martial. So I think it'll be a tactical match. It'll be very interesting to see how Ali copes with Bielsa. who is the master tactician in this one. Um, yeah, it's the start of a season, so it depends on also who's match ready. I think from the last game with Everton, definitely Manchester United looked sharp. That's the first team that looked very sharp. I don't not sure how sharp Everton was, but uh, I'm just excited to see. Hopefully, this is a positive result. So Arsenal going to Brentford and losing 2-0. So it's Premier League. It's not just well, you were a big club in the early 2000s. So you have a big name, and obviously you have a promoted club. You have to win on the field. So I think it definitely will be decided on the field. Um, but I'd love to hear your views on this one. I mean, how do you see this match turning out? I really feel like it's at least defensively. I don't see Leeds really troubling Manchester. I think we have the defense to cope with them, and I definitely think we have the experience and the quality in the middle of the park to to really compete with Leeds. Leeds are a very high energy team, and it's the start of the season. And if they start like last season, it'll be a tough match for Manchester United. I mean, a lot of teams had trouble with it. I mean, Manchester City went 4-4. It was a 4-4 match with Leeds I think in the early part of last season. So, but I think we'll have the confidence with them to defeat them. So I'm looking forward to this match. I think it will be there and goal probably Maguire and Lindelof, Luke Shaw. If he's on the same form that he was with England and Manchester United this season, should be a pretty exciting match. It would have been nice to see Sancho in there, at least to have see how that he fares and give United a more balanced attack. But we have other options. Like I said, Lingard is there. If he can replicate his West Ham form, I think we will have a very exciting match tomorrow. Um, so and it will be within. They'll have the fans there, so I think that will definitely boost the players and performances. So it will be good to see. I think Manchester United definitely need a strong start because they have teams like Chelsea. I mean, with Lukaku just signing. He probably just got into training. I don't know if he will start. It might take him a while to get to a first team squad to play. So maybe that would be a bit of advantage for the other teams. Jack Grealish is there. He started for Manchester City already. So all those teams are going to hit the ground running. And I think this season really you need a very very good start because I mean there are a lot of quality player teams out there. I know people don't really rate Tottenham that much. Leicester is always a dangerous team. Leicester is like a team where maybe it's because they're not household names and stuff. You don't really hear a lot about them, but they are quality players, and they do seem to have good scouting. They seem to know. I mean, they got Kante and Mahrez, and they built that team that won the Premier League, and it was 2019. That shot victory by Leicester, probably one of the greatest Premier League victories out there, rivaling the likes of Blackburn winning so way back in the 90s. So it's gonna be an exciting match tomorrow. It's the first match. I really hope I don't get up early for a defeat. It always sucks when that happens. But I mean, Manchester United are on the up. I think a better team than they were in those days. Back in the like mid 2016s under Van Hal and Mourinho, but getting beat at Swansea. But that's the Premier League. I mean, the ball is round. And it's the team that performs the best on the day. There's no name. You just win it by the name or how many titles you won before. So I'm looking for it's be exciting either way. I mean, the title's not won on the first match of the season. It's 38 matches. So yeah, I think 38 matches or so. So a lot more football to come. So I can't believe it's the Premier League is here already again. It just seemed like it just ended. Um, So we're just hoping for a good match and everybody to, a good performance, a victory for Manchester United. I'm like I'm saying, I'm going 3-0. That's my prediction. And I'd love to hear yours. So, leave a comment? What do you think would be your starting lineup for tomorrow? The best team to win. So yeah, that was my breakdown on the match for tomorrow. I'm hearing some transfer news going on about Lingard might be going out. Manchester United. There's also more transfer news around Kamavinga, a player from France, coming in trying to play that midfield role. So there's lots of rumors still swirling around. It's a silly season. I'm glad that this season or this time around, at least some of these rumors came through. It was extremely frustrating in other years where you're hearing about players coming and you're hearing about the player coming to boost a position you think they could use, and then it just falls through. Um, Before they had some transfer issues. I know they had a change of personnel, and I don't know if that has affected the movement of transfers, the speed of transfers, or less false rumors out there. Um, Maybe it's just that there's been more finances coming in with them getting to the Europa League final. Situation over in England has changed, and their financial situation is better. I mean, there's a lot that goes into transfers. It's not just okay, I want that player and I get that player. It's not just like Chelsea, who seems to just get the players that they want whenever. I would give them that in terms of their transfers. Uh, but there's many facets to it. There is a business side, there is um, wages, and there is financial fair play. There's agencies and many discussions and negotiations going on. So I'm glad that at least this season um, we were able to check some of the boxes. I don't think there two. I mean, it might be two more boxes in terms of getting a really like dominant sort of midfield player like a Kante, or if he could roll back time. I think if Matic was in this squad with the talent that they have forward wise and just all around the right side and everything, I think this is a better attack. So if you had a Matic in this team, we would definitely be. I think we'll definitely be knocking on the front door of first. But considering some performances like with Liverpool towards the end of the season, um, and also losses to Leicester, I think we definitely needed some improvement in the defensive side of the game. Definitely, there were players missing in those matches as well, but um, I think that the squad could be boosted in that aspect. So, and I'm sure Liverpool is going to be coming back. I don't think you can write off players like Mane and Salah and Firmino, and even with the loss of Wijnaldum, I still think maybe it will be Thiago Alcantara that will be coming through. I think Liverpool, apart from losing Van Dijk, losing Wijnaldum, they kind of dropped him a bit out of the squad. I think that might have upset their chemistry and their balance a bit, because he was a part of that team that was really dominating everybody. So I think maybe those two misses changed everything for them. But it's just the first game, and I guess at this point we just have to be excited. I'm glad that the fans over there get to be in the stadium. I would like to see them using their mask a bit more, but I guess the people over in England know or know why it is they're allowing that. I know there are lots of different versions of COVID still out there, but I guess that nobody's thinking about that. It's just good, as they were saying today. It's the real game. You get to hear the fans cheering in the stadium and get the real energy of football. So I'm looking forward tomorrow, and I hope I'm looking forward for a victory. I love to hear. Leave a comment. Let me know, like, what you think the score is going to be tomorrow. What's your prediction? Okay. Well, thanks for clicking on the football fan show for this week. It was a short week. We're just doing a match preview, and let's have a good week.